The reign of Napoleon III can be divided into two main sections: the authoritarian empire during the beginning of his rule, and the later liberal empire after 1860. After the coup d'etat that put Napoleon III on the throne, the new leader used his power in order to control all lawmaking, enforce censorship of the press, and prevent any political dissents. While the leader's new rules may not have been the ideal to the French population, his approval was gained through his protection of the Pope, his security of the property rights, and his economic program. However, as time went on, Napoleon III started to grow more liberal in his political views, as shown at first with his free trade treaty with England and giving more freedom to the people in lawmaking, but soon expanded to allow a ministry to be formed around an actual constitution to let the ministry take care of all legislature.
Now, Napoleon III was not becoming more liberal of his own accord, but was rather using the popular ideas to gain favor of the people while he continued to fail. Napoleon III lost the diplomacy of the Italian unification, supported by Archduke Maximilian of Austria in his expedition to Mexico that got the Austrian leader executed and went to war with Germany, which ended with the Battle of Sedan, in which Napoleon III was captured and sent to England, where he died 2 years later. Without anyone to lead, France became a republic. Okay, who ate my last piece of cheesecake? I was saving that for later. Seriously, Napoleon? Not cool.
I have some leftover pizza to the left, over there, if that makes you feel any better.
I guess that'll have to do.
Thank God. But wait! What if?
Emperor Man? It appears that we have lost control over the Italian diplomacy.
What? Fudge nuggets! Oh, wait, I got this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a free trade treaty with Britain, all right? You hearing me? You hearing me, boy?
Okay.
And then we'll allow more debate in the legislature to appease the poor people and whatnot.
Okay, that's good, but it doesn't have anything related to the topic at hand. Why would we?
Come here, I want to say something to you. Oh, shush! Silence, boy! Just do what I say and go see how the general public reacts. Well, that is a little bit better than before. Who am I kidding? I'm a genius.
Napoleon, there are more problems, of course. Archduke Maximilian of Austria was on that trip to Mexico that you sent him on, and he got executed.
Oh, man, every time I try to do something cool. Okay, calm down, Napoleon. Think of a plan, you little genius. I've got it. Let's relax the press laws.
But we really haven't addressed the problem, which is your lack of foresight as a leader and the...
Zip it, boy. I am the emperor, and I know what I am doing most of the time. Go see what the public thinks of our new law.
Okay, fine.
And throw in some labor unions, too. Oh, Napoleon, you've done it again, you smarty pants, you. Who's got 2 thumbs and is best? This guy. Mayday! Mayday, we're in another crisis! Oh, I know. Fiddlesticks. Why did I ever think going to war with Jimmy was a good idea?
When are any of your ideas a good idea?
Advisor, if I make a new liberal constitution with a ministry for the people, will they like me then?
Okay, fine. I'll do that. But nothing that you ever say will be related to the topic.
I'm such a good emperor.
I'm capturing you. Don't try to run unless it's to England. Then we'll be okay with it. Right, Hans?
Yeah, that seems about right.
Screw you guys. I was the best ruler ever.
No, he really wasn't. But now with that nitwit out of the way, France had no heir to the throne because he decided to do one good thing as ruler, and that was not to procreate, and maybe spare us from a lot of stupidity coming back on the throne. Oh, wait. No, everything is still pretty stupid.
The
The Paris Commune.
Information. After the war with Germany, the division between Paris and the provinces became very apparent, and the National Assembly was now run by monarchists. Parisians, dissatisfied with the way the monarchists were running the National Assembly, created the Paris Commune, a municipal government that split Paris from the rest of France. While the Commune did not last, being brought down by an army sent by the National Assembly made it very famous all across Western Europe. Marxists saw the Paris Commune as an example of the proletarian being suppressed by the bourgeoisie. However, that is not correct, because the Commune was based more on the ideas of anarchism by lesser members of the bourgeoisie who wanted separate democratic areas. Therefore, the suppression was actually about the protection of property and the centralized nation-state winning. The army of the National Assembly kept Paris from forming its own community and kept France unified, just as different armies unified both Italy and Germany. You know what? We are so sick of your crap, okay, National Assembly? We're so done with you. Check it before you wreck it, all right? Look, suck up! So bad.
Okay, look, if you guys are so done with this government, why don't you make your own government? Wait, actually,
Welcome to the Paris Commune, new government, woo! Alright, fine. What you gonna do now, huh?
Oh, yep, they're dead. Yep, on the good day's work. Go meet. Wait. Nope. Unification. Come back here, Paris. Okay, we're good. Okay. Everything's better now.
The National Assembly ended up becoming a Republican government divided between the House of Bourbon and the House of Orleans. This problem would not have occurred if the Count of Chambord, the Bourbon claimant who was going to allow an Orleanist as his heir, had not insisted that unless the flag was returned to the original white of the Bourbon house, he would not be king. Adolphe Thiers, leader of the National Assembly, was booted out of office for his obvious Republican leanings and instead replaced him with conservative Marshal Patrice MacMahon, who was meant to lead a monarchist restoration. However, without a king to lead, the National Assembly created a new Republican government with a Chamber of Deputies voted in by universal male suffrage, a Senate, and a president elected by the two legislative houses. Due to the incessant fighting in the Chamber of Deputies, MacMahon resigned and the true Republicans gained control of the government. The Third Republic was stronger than expected, surviving against General Georges Boulanger and his challenge to impose executive authority, and several different scandals that because of the Republic's ways, it was easier to replace corrupt ministers with brand new ones.
Alrighty, dighty. Since we have this conflict here with the Bourbons, woo! And the Orleanists, instead of having another Bourbon kid, because kids are so much work, they scream and they puke and they run all around, and this is why we hate women. I mean, how dare they go through child labor for us? So I'll just have an Orleanist kid be my heir. Woo! Orleanist! But then we have to change the flag from tricolor to the white of Bourbons. Oh, come on, guys. You know you want to.
White is literally the most boring flag I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Okay, screw you guys. White is the most beautiful color. You know what? Whatever. Count Chambord is Chambord with you guys. I'm out of here.
That was a terrible pun.
It really was.
Chambord.
With you, Chambord. Lame. Look, Adolphe Thiers, we're gonna have to let you go.
What? Why?
Well, your political views have been kind of, well, leaning.
Why would you say that?
I don't care much for conservatism. Guess who's a Republican? This guy!
So, anyways, Marshal Patrice MacMahon is the new leader, so get out.
Oh, fine. Patrice is a girl's name.
So what you're trying to say is that we now have a Senate, a Chamber of Deputies elected by universal male suffrage, and a president elected by the legislative body.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, go. The biggest challenge that the new empire faced was that it was now known as the Dreyfus Affair. The issue began when in 1894 a Jewish sea captain, Alfred Dreyfus, was accused of treason. Evidence was eventually brought to the light and that indicated that another man had actually committed the crime, and that Dreyfus was only blamed due to his religion. Yet, when they brought this new culprit to court, he was quickly acquitted. As the scandal continued, it became evident that Dreyfus had been framed by the military court that continued to declare him guilty, and as a result, a cover-up by the government was ensued. Thus began a split between people like Émile Zola, who published a public letter now famous titled J'accuse, who supported Dreyfus and believed his guilt to be fabricated, and people who condemned him, often because of his religion. 5 years later, Dreyfus was tried again, found guilty, but then set free and pardoned. In 1906, all prejudice against him was gone, and he was reinstated in the armed forces. The big thing with this, though, is that it divided France very deeply, politically and religiously. On one side were the often pro-Republican, anti-clerical liberals, socialists, and radicals. The other held the conservatives, the army, the Roman Catholic Church, and the anti-Semitics. The left, liberals, socialists, etc., were united by their cause, the Dreyfus Affair, and eventually became strong enough to eventually take power after the defeat in 1940, while the conservatives were also united in their attempt to try and save face.
Bang, 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 bang. Okay, Mr. Jew, get on your hands and knees. You're being arrested for, treason, giving info to Jeremy or something.
What? No, this guy obviously did it.
No, what are you talking about? That guy seems pretty innocent, but Mr. Jew, Captain Dreyfus.
But
Can't hear you!
not guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
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 Oh, I see what you're trying to pull, you liberal.
Cheers and cracker, guys. I've been pardoned, then captured, then pardoned, then captured again, then let go, and then captured again. I'm done!
Test. This is such a testy.
Yes.
Test.
Testing.
Test.
One.
Cut!
Marshall Patrice McMahon.
Is it
McMahon.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna keep talking. Okay, we're just talking and talking and talking. Whoa. This
You said capturated.
Captured!
I've been liberated and capturated.
God damn it! You screwed everything up. I'm gonna start at the Marxist sentence again.
Wait, how does it go? You hear the people singing the songs of angry men. It is the music of the people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the
That's where it
drums,
would come in.
it
That's
is
where
a
drums would
life
come in.
about to start when tomorrow comes. I don't dance, I know you can. Not a chance, no. If I could do this, then you could do that.